So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of SOS. Be sure to drop a like on the video, and other than that, subscribe to the channel. You do know that it's Christmas, not St. Patrick's Day, right? Wait, what? It's December, and you're in here looking like you're about to go hit up an Irish pub after this. So you're telling me I'm gonna have to reshoot the entire video? I mean, yeah, unless you want people to think you're a dweeb, and I definitely don't room with dweebs. Great. Well, there went me lucky charms.
It's the magical part of a complete breakfast.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Beyond ARTV, where we go cray-cray for Christmas. That's right, I love Christmas music. I love some Christmas music. Not Litmus, but some actually good Christmas music. I'd be lying straight to your face if I said that I didn't enjoy Christmas music or I didn't feel some sort of nostalgia for it. I went through a phase where I thought I was too cool for it, but then I came back to reality and I just realized that I'm very nostalgic for it in a way. It's a very pure time of the year. I love Christmas. It's not just about the decorating and the music and everything like that for me. It is a very important holiday for me as a religious individual. I'm not like a super religious person that you would think of in the media or something like that in the way that people portray us, but I do celebrate the season for a reason, and I do like much of the music that goes with the season. So if you're enjoying the video today, please leave a like on it. These are my 7 favorite Christmas albums, ones that I like to come to this time of the year. Some of them are new, some of them are brand new, and some of them are old, calling all the way back to the 70s and the 60s. So without further ado, let's get into it on this episode of SOS.
Well, way up north where the air gets cold, there's a tale about Christmas that you've all been told. And a real famous cat all dressed up in red, and he spends the whole year working out in his sled. It's the Little Saint Nick.
My number 7 pick is the Beach Boys Christmas album. That's right, they have one. Many people don't know about this, and actually my girlfriend Hannah and her mom picked this up for me recently when they saw it at a record store. This is a very old copy, and it is in good condition, relatively good condition I should say, and it's a really enjoyable listen, and I love throwing this on the turntable while decorating. It was just a blast to hear songs like Little Saint Nick, which is actually still used in commercials to this day because of the Christmas comes this time of year line. It's very enjoyable. If you like the Beach Boys, you like their early harmonies and the tightness that they had as a group, and just kind of a beachy, surfy type vibe, as would be expected with their early material, then this is going to be a breeze and just a fun time for you to listen through with your friends, family, wherever you want to play it, to get in the Christmas mood. There's some really enjoyable tracks on here. I already mentioned Little Saint Nick. I do like Merry Christmas Baby. That's one of my favorites that I keep coming back to. And even Frosty the Snowman. Their rendition of it is definitely a bit more boyish, but I'm enjoying the charm that it has.
Christmas is waiting for you.
Candy cane lane, bring a friend this holiday. Bring a friend who loves to play. We'll eat all the candy canes. Oh, candy cane lane, bring a friend this holiday. Bring a friend who loves to play. We'll eat all the candy canes.
People have been asking me to review my number 6 pick, Sia's Every Day is Christmas, seeing it is new for the holiday season 2017, so take this as my little review. I enjoy this album a whole lot. I keep listening to it, especially some of the songs like Guilty Pleasurely Enough, I suppose, Puppies Are Forever. It's just a very cute song. I don't know, I like it a whole lot. And I'm okay with some of these songs just being a bit cheesy, because I think it's almost forgivable this time of the year, especially if they're well sung, well composed, whatever it might be. And on Sia's album, I see all of those things intertwining, the best qualities. And I do like her as a vocalist. I don't always like her material, but here it's a very lush and varied instrumentals that we get on the record. And some of my favorites include Candy Cane Lane. What a spry rendition we have there. One of the best sing-alongs that you have on the entire album that really just get you in the mood. And then something like Under the Mistletoe that changes it up a bit, but still I like the vibe a whole lot. Ho 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 is a lot of fun, and there definitely are a few songs that are outside of the typical Christmas realm. Puppies Are Forever, you know, Christmas is not just the only time you can get a new puppy, so that's fine. And then there's one about, you know, drinking, a couple of other things where the adults have a little bit of fun. So it's nice to see her kind of cutting loose on this Christmas album, not necessarily playing by all the traditional rules here, but also having some traditional songs featured along with some new ones as well.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your
Pentatonics really found their stride, didn't they? Coming in at number 5, we have That's Christmas to Me. Pentatonics have put out either a regular edition or else next year deluxe edition over and over again, it seems like, since 2014. That's right, I think we've gotten one every year. This year we got the deluxe edition. But today I'm talking about the original 2014 version of That's Christmas to Me. That's including the Let It Go bonus track originally from Frozen. That's a really cool album to me, I suppose I should say. And looking back at it now, I hate that they are down one member at this point. They don't have that deep bass, the richness that I felt whenever listening through this album for the first time. It's something that I connected with because I was able to listen to it not just by myself, but with my family, and typically we don't really agree on much music, but they loved it, especially songs like Mary Did You Know, which is absolutely kind of a tearjerker, especially if you were into the reason for the season like I am. It's something that does carry a lot of meaning and so much passion, and the way that they sing, it's so angelic almost. Some of the songs, like the cover of the Fleet Foxes tune, White Winter Hymnal, is just gorgeous. I love the vocal harmonies. They just nail everything about it. And while that's maybe not your most traditional Christmas song, they took it and made it so. It's one that's ingrained in my memory all the time. I was following, and the way that they all just kind of cascade in there with their voices, it's phenomenal. This is a great Christmas record, and I understand why so many people gravitated to it.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me.
Number 4, She and Him with A Very She and Him Christmas. This came out in 2011, and yes, they do have another Christmas album, but honestly, I prefer this one. Zooey Deschanel shows off how multifaceted she truly is, not just as an actor in movies like this, but also in her musical career with She and Him. Here, she comes across very, very strong, but also just very casual, very laid back. This is an album to relax by the fireplace, too, because her vocals are not weak, but they're refined and restrained in the way that they come out on some of the tracks, like the Christmas Waltz or Sleigh Ride, which is a personal favorite. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs, period, and bands like Fun and obviously She and Him have done great covers of it, and another one that we're going to get to on this list. But I think this album, the reason that it just hits so much home for me is the fact that it is just kind of casual. It's down to earth. Her voice is great. The instrumentation is kind of sparse and skeletal, but they do a great job. My number 3 brings a huge smile to my face just because I've watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special every year since I can remember. I'm sure my parents were showing it to me right out of the hospital. I was born December 17th. I'm sure we were watching it right away. Originally released in the 1960s, the, I hope I say this right, Vince Guaraldi trio. Vince Guaraldi, I'm not even going to attempt. Vince's trio put this together, primarily a jazz composer, putting together a very, very strong soundtrack here. From those peppy driving pianos that you recognize in places to the more somber tunes where they just scale it back. I remember my dad actually playing these songs on the piano, and we would sing along as a family, or if we had family over, like extended family. It's just something that reminds me of the warmth of Christmas and the innocence of it in a way, and the innocence of childhood. It's a very, very pure release. I love the jazzy affectations put on the music as well, and the bouncy pianos. It's just all really gorgeous, honestly. And if you've never seen A Charlie Brown Christmas, what are you doing? Please watch it this holiday season.
Happy New Year to I just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you.
Another lovely, more traditional, laid-back, smooth, easy listening Christmas album. We have The Carpenters with, obviously, Christmas Portrait. One of the biggest Christmas albums ever released. I think people still listen to this quite frequently. It's that way for a reason. It flows perfectly. It is over an hour long, but these songs are a perfect holiday background, whether it be a gathering, a party, whatever it is. Just something if you're looking for kind of a mellow out type playlist. It flows from track to track and you can feel that connectivity. You don't always know when the songs are switching. For example, if you go from an old-fashioned Christmas into Christmas waltz, you don't necessarily notice a transition because there's not really a gap left. And I like that. It just feels like one big Christmas spirit effort, and I love that. Some of the tracks here are so beautiful. Carol of the Bells, an instrumental, and Oh Holy Night, which I found to be extremely powerful just because it is these towering pianos, and the message behind the song, if you know the lyrics, it's something that is very, very moving and stirring. And then some of the tracks that just remind you of simpler times, like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas or Merry Christmas Darling, which reminds me of my girlfriend. Obviously we will be together at Christmas, but we've been in a long distance relationship, so it talks about maybe not always being together, but still having a smile and the warmth in your heart for somebody that you love.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile.
Proving that I've still got a ton of pop punk spirit in my heart all year long. We have at number 1, Reliant K with Let It Snow, Baby. Let It Reindeer. I know you like that pun. I know you like that pun. Do not deny that you love that pun. The driving alternative guitars on here and Matthew Thiessen's voice is just perfect. I loved Reliant K, especially at the time when it came out in 2007. 10 years ago at this point, and 9 years since the bonus tracks came out. One of my favorite songs is actually the bonus track Silver Bells. Their version of it kind of comes across hazy at the start. It opens up with a little bit of a vocoded vocal almost, like it's being put through a filter, and then it opens up big time, and I just feel like I'm stepping out into the snow. It's something that is kind of a nice portrait. And as we get through some of these tracks, like the classic 12 Days of Christmas, their take on it is actually really fun. It's something that I can listen to time and time again. Each time Christmas rolls around, this is my go-to album. This is one that I'm actually hoping to pick up on colored vinyl this year. I hope I follow through on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. It's Christmas themed, I know, and I hope you enjoy your holiday season. If you are celebrating, be sure to drop a like on the video and let me know, what are your go-to albums for Christmas? If you want to see last week's episode of SOS, which was a year-end countdown, tap directly below me or see right over here for another recent video I think you might enjoy. Thank you so much, seriously, for a great year here at ARTV and beyond ARTV. I appreciate every single one of you that's been watching my videos and subscribing. Other than that, I'll see you soon for more content right here on Beyond ARTV.